West Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And we're off from MetLife. Ty Felton here to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, that injury robbed us all of what looked like a promising rookie season through the preseason where this kid was on. Certainly watching Sam Darnold's magical season now, and now the ball's in his hands.
Here's McCarthy first. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
It's pretty obvious why you go pass on that first snap. You're trying for a big strike and to take this home crowd out of it. But, Kate, here's the problem. All it did was energize this building. Listen to it. Listen to these fans as they get louder starting off with a sack.
This offense already playing from behind as they come up on this one, Brock. Second and long. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Running right, this is Jones. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Running a screen now for Jones. Shoots away from one. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out, one of 2 quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. That's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally.
Throwing the out route complete. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Option play. They're going to give it to Tracy.
When you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Third down here. Need 8 on the play. They'll air it out on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Motion a receiver left. McCarthy throwing here. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Gunnar Olszewski will return it for the Giants. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. First down now, ball at the 33. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He's going to keep it this time. And this one doesn't go far.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll throw. 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche.
Catch made here at the 17. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
Play action, McCarthy. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
3rd and long for him here. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
And Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
The Giants are set to punt. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. We give to Mason running right. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Motion man right is Jefferson. Throwing from the gun here. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Setting up the screen. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a 1st down off this defense just yet. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out.
Downfield.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
Now Dart. Couldn't get the screen set up properly, Brock. Pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Dart out of the shotgun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Dart. Get there, they're going to win this round. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Waste of time.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10. Here's Jones. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Javier Carrique making that stop. So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros. In the second. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Order to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10 from the 43. Jones trying the left side. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here's McCarthy to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. McCarthy looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing again now, McCarthy. That's caught. This is Addison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings, first down. First and 10.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the gun, Jones gets it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Now it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. Now here comes the New York offense. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a 1st down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room, no margin for error.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down. To the air on third and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's been one of the players of this game. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds a man right side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 33. From the shotgun, McCarthy. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And it's picked out by the Giants. The 40. Into the red zone. That return finally ends, Brock, as they take it all the way back into the red zone. Rumble, young man, rumble. Oh, look at the big guys scooping that fumble up and knowing exactly what to do with it.
And now, Kate, look at the celebration. No offense. No offense to corners or pretty linebackers or those guys running, but just like at the combine, they're a dime a dozen. You want to see the big fellas rumble, and he sure did.
The Giants offense all set to get started. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 13-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Darts looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Kind of a good thing they got the football where they did coming off that fumble recovery. It's disappointing as an offense when you can't move the ball. At least your kicker can pick you up.
We go once more. On the return, here's Miles Price. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings now set to take the field. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Stick around. It's more from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Third down. Here's Jones. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Ryan Wright's out there to punt this one. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
That's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. J.B. Gillen coming on to hammer this away. That's Miles Price back deep for the Vikings. Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll try and run this. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down from the 42. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Slot man in motion left. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
This is right now on for the punt. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Ooh, some excellent English on that punt. This one makes it all the way to the 6 before the team touches down. The Giants take over now late in this first half. And it looks like they're going to wind up taking a narrow 3-0 lead into the break. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Going play action with Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. setting in the throw here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets this across the 10 before stepping out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now it's Gillen coming on for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Vikings getting one more drive here before the break. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he gets him 5, but still a ways short of that line of gain. So here comes 4th down.
42-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. The call came in before the teams even hit the locker rooms. We're skipping halftime. We're starting the 3rd quarter right away. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Devin Singletary on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this 2nd half. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. They connect on the deep shot. That's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
It's a gain of 33. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Going on first down, it's Dart. The Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's taken down at the 30. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
And the Giants first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That played good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They put a receiver in motion right. Here's Tracy once more. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
10 yards. That's another Giants first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
On first down, this is Singletary. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Now Dart's going to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play. Darts out of the shotgun. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Felton now to return this. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Colson Adibo's got it. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, New York. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Brian Dable has the offense out there. They're trying for 2.
The Giants will line up.
They'll try the toss, left side, and he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
It's the score, Giants 14, Vikings nothing.
Partner, it's only 1 extra point on the scoreboard, but come on, if you're the team who just turned it over, how much worse is it seeing them add on 2 there instead of just the extra point?
Oh, it stings. I don't think there's any question about it, because not only do you not execute offensively, your defense doesn't do it either. So you kind of just smack them both right in the face, and yeah, that one hurts a little bit more.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here's Price. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. This is Jones. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional, because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. If Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he's going to run for it. McCarthy hit, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Giants. He's got room to roam. This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover. Following the play, one of the Vikings in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Finds the football outside. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, here's Dart. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
I know it's not a touchdown, but that's exactly what you want to do after a takeaway. Make them pay, and in this case, with 3.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Felton now to return this. Spins right by him. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Jones. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Play action, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that could put this just too far out of reach. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And he's going to be down to within a yard in that red zone as the stop is made. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Motioning left is their running back. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And his slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Giants up multiple scores and on their way if they can keep this up, closing this one out. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tracy. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
That's one of those situations where if you're going to call that play, you better execute it. Because if it works, well, you're a genius. But one little thing gets off. A little bit of penetration. You don't seal the edge, well, you're punting, and that play goes right out the window.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Felton now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Vikings now set to take the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. All set to go now from the 35. First and 10. Here's Jones. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. McCarthy looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
A gain of
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Third and long. They're going to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Look at that. No worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's a give on the jet sweep. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, you can see he gets the ball and he sees a defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And the Vikings 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. They give to Jones, right side. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now McCarthy. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. And he snap it to McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings drop the lead back to 13.
Vikings 7.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They send a receiver in motion right. Here's Tracy on 1st down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He finds Slayton on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Option design here. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
That's not a call on the play sheet where you're expecting to get into space and win a foot race. You make that call to get a few yards and move on. So getting some good yardage on that one's a victory for the offense.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
It's a gain of 8. And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants with a 13-point lead. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. The give to Tracy up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They go right back to Tracy. He wants to, but he's not going to be able to continue the run. Got him 6, but they stopped him short. It's 4th down now.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. We'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.